Hello, Mzansi. Hello, Africa. You're currently watching Fut-Afrique, the heart and soul of African football, where we reflect the excellence in the women and the men's game. My name is Adelani Brian. I'm your host, the most trusted guy in African football. What a show we have in store for you today. And I can't do it alone, of course. I'm with the man my good friend Itubuleng Banda calls the heavyweight champ of the airwaves. Did I get it right? Hello, Brian. How are you doing, my man?
Hey, walk on, my guy. You good?
I'm amazing, man. Can't wait to get into all these stories with you. You know, African football always has drama, always has beautiful goals, and always has a rich history behind it. Let's get straight to the trivia question of today. And the trivia question has to do with women's football. How many goals has the Super Falcons scored against the French? Do you know the answer to that? Because I've been praying that they finally score a goal against the French.
Well, I can say it's been 13 years since the first time they met. And I know Jess is standing by, itching to give you the answer later on the show. But it has not been a lot, I can tell you that. I can tell you that, you know.
Oh, man.
So that's the only good part about it.
Yes.
That at least you need to look at the odd numbers, you know, the single digit. Don't go too far.
Oh, trust my good friend Brian to rub it in. Now let's talk about goals. We have to talk about that award show that is going to happen in Morocco. Which city again in Morocco?
Marrakesh.
Marrakesh,
yeah.
Morocco. Now, the names have come out for the Goal of the Year category. Now, so you know Sebastian Haller's goal still haunts me till this day against the Super Eagles. So I wouldn't want that goal to win. But which goal are you looking forward to?
You know the nice thing about it is that CAF Technical Panel put together 11 goals between the month of January to October of 2024. That includes also the AFCON tournament you're talking about, because it was played this year, not last year, but it was played. It was last year's edition, but it was played this year. So that's the big thing, you know. And also the very interesting thing is that the vote of the fans carries a weight of 70%.
Wow.
Overall score when it comes to these awards, which is very important because only 30% of the vote come from a technical team. So as a fan of the beautiful game, you have a huge say in who walks away with the award.
But then again, how does that help with the authenticity of...
Listen, I mean,
because
the more popular you are, you're probably going to get more of the same. But also, what also love, I mean, we got to be honest, is that the fans of the beautiful game are now improving in the way they're analyzing the game. They're investing a lot into knowing much about the game. And that is why I trust that you're going to get some good answers coming out of this one here. Yes, Haller's one did make the cut, so one of those to vote for.
I wanted to ask you, from your perspective, if you had to judge the best goal, what is the criteria? What are you going to look at? Are you going to look at the significance of the match? Are you going to look at the beauty of the goal?
Yeah.
Are you going to look at how crucial that goal was, what the goal meant in that point in time?
All of those will come into play, but a key thing for me is always going to be the technical ability, the technique used to score that goal. That is why, I was very happy to see Kevin Pina's goal of Cape Verde being part of the ones that actually made the cut also. Cristobal Mabululu of Angola, the goal he scored and played against Namibia, for me was a beautiful goal. It was in the AFCON as well.
The Ibrahim Adel one against Mauritania versus Egypt, that was a beautiful
And also,
goal.
that one from Quetta of Mauritania in the game they played against Angola also was a very beautiful goal. So I've seen some of these that I actually felt, well deserved to be there, and I'm looking forward to see which one they want to go with. And if you watch the game between TP Mazembe as well as Al Ali, the one was scored by Wassim Abu Ali, another brilliant goal that was scored also. So I'm looking forward to those. Algeria, we are on fire. When you talk about in the FIFA series, they played a game against South Africa. The final score was 3-3. But Yassine Benzia's goal, What a goal. But
That was
Peña's goal
beautiful.
for me, listen, Hala's one is important because it was a crucial goal.
It was a crucial goal.
Sticks out, there's one of those.
Yeah.
But
the
Peña's goal,
significance.
the Capo Verde goal, the Peña goal was something else also.
Sure. Well, everybody watching at home, I would like to know, which was your favorite goal? You know, all you have to do is get to the Fut-Afrique YouTube channel and give us your answer in the comment section. Let us know which goal you loved the most. Well, I'm hoping you don't say the Sebastian Haller goal, but anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to the CAF Champions League. Whew, man, the action in the CAF Champions League has been something else. Which game has stood out to you the most?
You know, I cover the Sundowns versus Maniema game, and later on I watched the game.
You know we're going to talk about the South African
we'll
teams
talk
in the next.
later on, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, the way Al Ahly started the group stages, they don't really start like this usually. They start a bit slow, but this time that they're looking businesslike at the moment. You know, they won the game 4-2. I love some of these matches because South African players are involved. CR Belouizdad game when they lost against Pirates, there was an all South African affair in the goal scoring department. The game between the other game where Esperance won by 4 goals in the South African was in the score sheet in that game as well.
Yes.
But the North are showing that they mean business. I mean, in the first matches or for the group stages, we saw 23 goals scored, and the dominating force were the North. The 4-2 for Al Ahly.
It's beautiful because we even saw it in the recent AFCON qualifiers that the North mean business in the Next Nations Cup, and it's even showing in their club side.
It is good because if you look at the club side, they're not dominated by locally based players.
Yes.
Bar the Egyptian. The Egyptians are always going with a local based team. That is why they look the way they do. For me, it was always going to be interesting. Raja Casablanca against AS FAR. It is a battle of Morocco. What is going to happen there? And that for me was an interesting one to see what happens because these two teams last season were literally just neck and neck towards the end of the season in Morocco, in a league side, also in the cup ties, respectively. So it was very good to see that happen. Esperance, Al Ahly, Mamelodi Sundowns, TP Mazembe, Pedro all got buys into the second round. Yes. Pedro is already out because Maniema actually got rid of them. Yeah. But those other teams that have actually stayed have looked very good so far in as far as the group stages are concerned. And so that for me is a key thing.
Okay, Brian, I have to blow the whistle for halftime now on the show. But when we come back, we'll be talking about the South African teams in the CAF Champions League. You ready to unpack that, right?
Looking forward to that.
All right, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.